Hey there everybody, Don Evans here from WatchReport.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Morpheus Fine Watches Master Chef Culinary Watch. This is a 42mm case. I have it here on my 7.5-inch wrist, just to give you a look at it on the wrist itself. This watch retails for $495, and you can buy it from the Morpheus Watches website. It is a culinary inspired watch. We'll get into that here a little bit more. You have a Miyota automatic 21 joule movement. Now, it doesn't specifically state on the website what the movement is. It is a non-hacking movement, so my guess is an 8215 or 821A or one of the variations of. It is only 5 ATM water resistant, so this really isn't a water resistant watch, and I'll get into that here a little bit more in a second. I'll give you a close-up shot of the dial and explain its features. Let me take it off the wrist and give you a better look here at the dial. So here's what, first of all, I'm going to explain the features, and then I guess one of the reasons why I wanted to review this watch, if you will, or take a look at it. Now, the dial is done after a griddle surface, or excuse me, a skillet surface, so you can see the texturing in the dial. The part that is over the open heart is done as a stove grate. You could see that you have the applied markers and numerals there, as well as the applied logo of the Morpheus watches there on the dial. Hands are quite large. Very interesting choice of hands. Definitely do not look like stock hands. And as you can see, they are done with Super Luminova, and the hands do glow pretty decent. Now, some of the other features that you have here, you can see it is an all brushed stainless steel case with a polished outer bezel area. The crown is meant to mimic like an oven burner knob, and then the crown guard here, if you will, is meant to be like a pot handle with the rivets, and then you see the rivets here. You have a 22mm bracelet. It is a oyster link bracelet. It does use friction pins to size it, and it has 4 micro adjustments in the clasp. You do have an exhibition case back, so you could see the Miyota movement. Sapphire crystal front and back. The words Culinary that are engraved into the side of the case. So let's talk about this here just a little bit. One of the reasons that I wanted, or I thought maybe I should be reviewing it is, and maybe not everybody knows, is I used to work professionally as a cook, chef, whatever you would like to call it. And, you know, when I saw the Culinary watch, I thought, well, if there was anybody at Watch Report that would review it, I guess it should be me. Maybe I was a little biased. But while I don't cook professionally anymore, I'm still very passionate about it. I cook for my girlfriend and her family all the time. I cook for my family. Still watch, you know, all the food shows, read everything online, read the magazines, always looking for inspiration and new ideas and, you know, stuff like that. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is this is more of a, I don't want to call it a gimmick, but I want to say more of a novelty watch in the way that you would never really want to wear this watch in a professional kitchen. Anybody that's worked in a professional kitchen, you know, you're not wearing bracelets, you're not wearing rings especially. They, not only could are health issues, because if you're whatever that you're touching, it's clinging to the ring or whatever, and and then you're touching food again, or if you have a bracelet on, it can get a loose bracelet can get snagged on something, then it becomes a safety issue. But if you do wear a watch, you're usually wearing something like a G-Shock or something really rugged and tough that can take a lot of abuse, because it's going to take a lot of abuse. Working in the kitchen is a very demanding job, and you're going to be running around and banging it into things, all day. Anyways, sorry for my little rant there. So I think this is more of, somebody that's a chef. If you are a chef and you'd like to have something a little different, a little funky to represent that. Anybody that's graduating from culinary school, maybe this would be a nice gift for them, to represent that time in their life. Now, it does have a screw-down crown. It's a small screw-down crown, and because it is pot holder type deal, it is a little hard to get the crown to unscrew, especially when you're on camera and doing it from behind as such. But there we go, we got the crown unscrewed. Okay, as I said, this is a non-hacking movement. I think overall it's a pretty cool watch. It's definitely different looking with the dial and the hands. I think they could have gone overboard with the culinary theme. They could have made the hands into knives and spoons, or there could be a chef hat somewhere on here or stuff like that, and they didn't do that. It's very subtly done. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend's son, and he's about 17 years old, I was wearing it the one day, and I had it on, and we were outside, and he looked, and he's like, "Oh, that's a cool watch." He's like, "Did you get that in for review?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," and he just liked the look of it. I mean, I know he's a young kid and all, but he liked the look of the hands and just the dial. Didn't really notice the culinary attributes to it until I took it off and showed it to him and explained it in a little more detail. But it's definitely a different look. Like I said, if you are a chef, you're an aspiring chef, somebody that just graduated from culinary school, something like that, I think it's a pretty neat watch to represent that moment or your career. So see the full review at watchreport.com. You'll see much more photos, the loom shot, all my updated thoughts and comments, the packaging, and all the full specs. Leave a like or a comment here on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll never miss another video review. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This has been a look at the Morpheus Fine Watches Master Chef Culinary Automatic. This has been Don Evans for WatchReport.com, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you to everybody that watches our videos. We really appreciate it, and continue spreading the word about Watch Report and our real honest reviews. Thank you very much.